Pretty much a year ago today, Andy Robinson said on Twitter that you won't have to wait much longer for a Star Wars RTS from a big-name developer, and it's starting to seem like that is coming true. A report from DualShockers, which I'll link in the description, is saying that a reliable source has leaked that one of 3 games in development from the Creative Assembly, makers of the Total War series, is a Star Wars RTS game. Following this, Andy Robinson confirmed on Twitter that this is what he was talking about as well. Of course, you should always take any talk of leaks, rumors, or sources with a grain of salt until an official announcement comes from the Creative Assembly about this, but I think it's still pretty promising. We also know that another strategy game is being made by BitReactor under Respawn and Electronic Arts, but that is more in the turn-based XCOM style of games based on who's developing it. So if this does turn out to be true, this would be our first Star Wars RTS in almost 20 years now. Probably 20 years by the time it would get released, as I am now incredibly old and Empire at War itself is almost 20 years old. Given the big focus from the Creative Assembly on the Warhammer franchise, doing licensed versions of different universes in Total War is certainly not out of the question, and there were already rumors going around that the follow-up to Warhammer 3 Total War would be Warhammer 40k. So the idea that the Creative Assembly might be doing something that involves space combat or more futuristic or modern arms types is not really a new one here. And I'm particularly interested in what the Creative Assembly could bring to the table with the strategic map as well. It's possible the game wouldn't exactly follow the Total War model, but we do know from the Warhammer games that they're definitely not above digging through the lore to find smaller groups to help populate the map. There was certainly mixed reception with naval combat when that was done in earlier Total War titles, but it does at least show that the Creative Assembly is willing to potentially explore different types of tactical combat, much like how Empire at War had ground, space, and galactic. So there's a pretty big range of what we might be able to expect if this game does come to fruition. There's been some controversy surrounding recent Total War games in particular, like Pharaoh, and some of the DLC for Warhammer 3, but at this point I'm just excited at the prospect of more Star Wars games coming down the line, especially in a genre like this which has been lacking them for so long. Let me know what you think in the comments though. What do you think the game would be about? Do you believe these rumors? Any other expectations you might have? Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.